record, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget to record, Andy.
Press record. Right. Where are we?
You ought to have a voter for telling Andy to press record every week.
I know. What your one job?
Job.
Roger's not on here yet. Just text it. Where's Roger? Oh dear. Right. Okay. Let's go back to where I should be. Right, move you all down there. First of all, you need to share screen. That's what I'm doing. Slideshow. Right, can you all see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just checking who's on. Okay.
Amazing.
All right. I'm hoping Tash and Had can hear me. Okay. So,
Yeah, I can.
welcome to all the newbies to the Eagle Group. Every Thursday night we run a training for everybody. Different subject each time. If there's one particular subject you'd like me to train on, then please let me know. On a Monday, I also run training for my leadership group. That's for people who want to take the business a bit more seriously and want to start developing. And if you want to get involved in that, and have a chat with me. Anyway, this year, 2018, is about being stronger together. Team. Together, everyone achieves more. So first of all, just share with you the upcoming events that are happening. For those who have got Team in Ireland, there's a Dublin meeting happening on March the 4th with Eamon Lynch, who was last year's Distributor of the Year. So pass that information on. Our summer showcase is at Cheltenham Racecourse, 2nd of June. And the Christmas showcase, where we launched the Christmas catalogues and loads of other stuff, 1st of September. And that's followed by a gala dinner where certain people in the group, not going to mention any names, get drunk. You know who you are.
You can't mention that many names in one go.
No.
Well,
Okay.
mine is not, because I've never been.
Yeah, well, they tend to the gala dinner, the Christmas one anyway. So we have 10 Steps workshops. At the moment, you know, there's only 2 running. One in Bristol. The next one's 15th of April. And the other one is in Barnsley. And it's one this weekend. Then there's not one in April because there's the big one happening in Derby in March. Okay. So our system, let's briefly run through it. It's 10 steps. Not necessarily you do them in the same order, but there are 10 steps. The first one is all about introduction to the system and why we run it. It's duplicable. So if you build a team, you can post to somebody immediately where to go to find the information. It's all documented and it's retail driven. That's the one thing about our business. But it can provide you with what we call a residual stroke royalty income, which means you do the work once and get paid for the rest of your life. Second one, which is an area that most people overlook, is personal development. I'm going to cover that in a bit more detail tonight. And that can create competence for you. It also creates leaders, and there is a core reading list because knowledge, skills and attitude all put together provide competence. Goal setting. It's a really big one. If you don't know why you've joined, how are you going to ever put a plan together? We joined, myself and Sharon, simply to make £2,000 a month so I could quit my job and we could spend more time together. Now, Sharon regrets that because we spend more time together. No. Now, she doesn't regret that. Not in the open, anyway. There's 2 types of goals. There's business goals and there's personal goals. Now, there's business goals, personal goals are what you want in life, and business goals are what you want to achieve in the business that can provide the income for your personal goals. And we have short-term, medium-term and long-term goals. If you're having an issue with writing down how to put a plan together, speak to your sponsor or speak to your credible upline. Lead generation. This is all about understanding what you need to do to achieve what you want to achieve within the business. In other words, if you're doing catalogs, how many catalogs does it take to get an order? Yeah. How many people do you need to speak to get somebody to join your team? How many adverts do you need to place to get an order online? Also, your personal development. The telephone process. Okay. There's a whole structure to it, and everything's in the script book. I had a long chat today with Roger. I told him that it doesn't matter what level you are in the business, the one thing we stick to is our script system, so that if anybody listened to me on the phone, they'd hear the same no matter who I'm speaking to, with just a few, little twists. Because at the end of the day, people want to have confidence that the system works, so we don't deviate from that. And how we handle responses, it's all scripted. How we show the business, pretty straightforward. 5 slides online. We use the script books, and you follow all the different development elements. Now, you can read the workbook, which is one of the key learning, key reading, core reading books. I'll go more about that in a minute. How to follow up, step 7, and how to do the online registration. Some will, some won't. So what? Stop whining. Someone's waiting. You know that not everybody, this is not the right business for everybody. Don't talk somebody into joining the business if they're not, because all you'll do is end up persuading them to do things. You want people where it's the right thing for them to do. And it might not be now, it might be in the future. But always try to gain commitment from them. Getting started, we try to get them started within 24 hours. Within 24 hours, we'd like to do a Zoom call with them so that we can actually see they understand what we're talking about. We can then find out their priorities, etc. Do a plan, sort out day slips, if we're going to do catalogs, make sure they're on the Facebook groups, go through a checklist. We also do send them a welcome email and induction. I think Sharon's just updating ours. And 9 is promoting events. Events pay you big money. It's the glue that holds the system together. Basically, we all go flat. The problem with this business is we can be isolated. So when you feel down, you're down on your own. You've got nobody to pick you back up. The benefits of the business is you're working on your own. And so there are lots of pluses and minuses. Getting together as a team is always advantageous. And when we just run an event at our house, we try to get people together. We used to run an event every month in Leicester, and it used to be 40 people there. We run the webinars, as you know, and your business turnover, and this is proven, will be a direct result of the number of team members you have attending the event. Basically, for every team member that you have attending the big events, usually it's £1,000 worth of turnover. So if you had 10 people in your event, you should be turning over at least 10 grand. Peter and Jackie White take over off the wall, off the hall. Same with the 10 steps team. They take out, well, say a quarter of the wall. More. The bigger teams have loads of people there. And step 10 is all about coaching, duplication, and leadership. That's what we're covering on a Monday night. Learning, copying, and coaching the system. The system will build your business. That's the whole idea about it, is to help people who have no real experience in developing a business to be able to develop a business. You are basically a signpost. Go here for this, go here for that, etc. So, and as references of how to do it. And we just duplicate our system. That's the great thing about having videos. I send somebody to watch a video, David sends somebody to watch a video, Kez sends somebody to watch. Everybody's watching the same information. It's not being presented in a different way. It's only how the person interprets it then. That's when the discussions come through. But you must set a good example. In other words, if you've got an online shop, you must update it daily, you must be posting in groups, etc. But always be positive. Even if you've had a bad day, just go and kick the cat or something.
I love cats, yeah.
Andy!
I was going to say kick Kez, but I wouldn't say that because she's.
At least they could kick the spider or something like that, not a cat.
Yeah, well, I don't like cats.
I do like cats. I love them.
There you go. You're not.
I know. I just made enemies with a lot of people. I don't know why it is. Cats love me. They tend to jump on me. I don't know what that is. Oh, is that lad? Hello, lad. See you.
Oh, can you? I don't know how what's happening. Okay.
It's all right. It's good to see you.
I just downloaded the app, so.
Yeah, good. Okay, so our 10-step system is all about retailing, sponsoring, and then coaching and repeating. So it's RSC. That's the system.
Mm-hmm.
The key principles is duplication of a successful formula. The 10-step system was trialled for 2 years by Kev Ryder and Abigail Coakley, and they grew the business. It knows it works. It's not costing you anything. It's free. And there are predictable outcomes if you understand your ratios. And it can provide you with a residual income very quickly, if that's what you want, of course. So the system fundamentals are, first of all, learn, follow, and duplicate the whole 10 steps. As I said, it's documented and recorded. There's ongoing training provided, and it's retail driven. The whole idea, we don't do a lot of retail ourselves, but what we do, we use that to fund our business expansion. It pays for my contact manager, it pays for extra leads, it pays for the telephone, it pays for if that makes sense. So we're not funding it out of our own pockets. It's self-funding. So why do we retail? Well, if we don't retail, what we've got is a great social club. Loads of people in the business, none of them making money. We are a truly driven business that has got real products that people want. We do it for profit, okay? And the system we use is duplicatable, whether that be catalogues, personal presenting, letterboxing, or via Facebook or other social media. And it's adaptable to fit around your life rather than the other way around. So if you've got, like I had, 10, 11 hours, 12 hours a day at work, I can still build this business alongside it. So our methods of retail, just covered a few of them. But first of all, we have catalogues. We either post or we deliver. And what I mean by is we knock on the door, personally present them. There's online, Facebook and social media. Always be aware when you first start, don't start going into things that cost you charges like eBay, etc. until you're making some money. Because the other issues are returns. If you start selling stuff through eBay and it's long distance, you've got and there's a fault with it, you're the one responsible for getting it back. Much better to do it on Facebook and have direct PayPal links. Now, if you don't understand all that, speak to your sponsor. They will talk you through it, or come back to us and we'll talk you through it. We can do online parties, live, for instance. Kez is becoming the queen of live. Is Kez there? I can see her. There she is. She has not got a towel on her head tonight.
No, I've just got my dressing gown on.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's right. Last time she came on with a big towel on her head, she just washed her hair. You can give catalogues to online customers, and you can also give catalogues to businesses. Sponsoring, that's growing your business. Okay. It increases your profitability, and it gives you greater confidence, and it helps you achieve your goals. So how do we find people? Well, if you took one net with you to this place, you can catch a fish at a time. But if you took with you half a dozen nets or half a dozen rods, you can catch quite a lot. Mind you, I don't think the person who owns this pond would be very happy if you started fishing in his koi carp pit. We call it rods in the pond. And there are lots of different ways that you can get people to know about your business. We had a discussion with Roger earlier today. A lot of people are just using web. Yeah, web advertising, Facebook, that type of thing. But I came in from a business card. I've had customers join my team. I've spoke to people on the street. My warm market, when we started, first 8 people who joined my team were all people I knew. People not interested, ask for referrals. There's flyers you can put through letterboxes, shop cards you can put in newspaper shops, newspaper ads. Obviously, you don't do that unless you can afford it. And you can put posters up, and you can hand out DVDs, that type of. There's lots of different ways. It was an interesting conversation I had with Roger today. Hope you don't mind me saying this, but
No, that's okay. That's absolutely fine.
yeah, but I'm not going to go through any personal. But basically, I was talking about our customers. Well, we just took over a round from my mum who can't do it anymore because she did everything on foot and she's getting a bit old now. So we introduced ourselves to all our customers and we asked them all for their email addresses so we could actually email them when internet specials come out. We add them to our contact manager. And it was 95% of the people we spoke to did not have email addresses and did not have the internet or Facebook or anything. So if you're only advertising on Facebook, you're missing out on 95% of people who are not on Facebook. So you're limiting yourself to a smaller section of people. So you need to spread your net a bit wider. We've got the things that's not on there, like my car sign. As you all know, both me and Sharon have got car signs. We've also there's lots of things, but there's loads of different rods that we can use. Once you've got somebody into the business, then you need to coach them, which is what we're doing with Adad and we're doing with Yasmin, and we're doing on a Monday night with a team that are looking to grow. For basically duplication and growth. You're going to develop their skills. Every person that joins our team will have a different skill set. Some people were very good on internet, other people not so good. There were some people who are good at talking to people, some other people not so good. You need the whole range of people within your team and utilize their strengths. Some of your team will probably teach you things. Help increase their income. Focus on what they want and helping them. If you help enough people to get what they want, you can have everything you want. And beyond that, it also gives you business success. So the different methods. First of all, lead from the front. In other words, we're posting stuff on the Facebook group, positive stuff, recognizing each other, giving recognition. Plug your people into the retail sponsoring coaching system. Promote and attend events yourself. Put it this way, if you're not on the trainings, your team's not going to be on the trainings. Have regular contact, especially in the early days. It's quite important. We've told all our team members that we're available most nights till 10 o'clock because we offer that. Now, if it's inconvenient, we'll tell you. We're not, at the end of the day, we're there to help. Have accountability. If things aren't going your way or you're not getting the sales you want, think, right, what am I doing that's not working? Speak to your sponsor. Have an independent chat. Nobody's going to put you down for trying to benefit you, to grow. But make sure that you are doing everything you need to do. So if you're supposed to post in 50 groups a day, then post in 50 groups a day. If you're supposed to put 3 items on your selling group every day, put 3 selling groups. For some new people, that will mean nothing, but we will get through that sometime this week. Be a signpost. Show people where they can get the information for themselves, but then explain it to them. But above all, you want to be a friend. At the end of that, when somebody joins our team, we're not looking for a short-term fix. We're looking to work with those people long-term. And then recommend reading or motivational material dependent on their knowledge and skill set. Now, to become a gold distributor, you need 10 or 15 people in your team. I believe everybody who joins this business should aim to be gold, whether they like sponsoring or not. Why is that? Well, there's lots of reasons, but the biggest one is that when you join the business, you go out and do £1,000 worth of orders, you only sell 270 quid. However, if you're a gold distributor, for doing the same amount of orders, you get paid 360 quid. That's an extra £90 for no extra effort. You're earning the most you can off your own personal sales. Also, if you build it right, you're earning a minimum of about £1,200 a month. There's you and 10 people. You'll recognise this, I hope, from the presentation site we use. Bronze executive, that's the next stage. Really, people should be focusing on bronze executive, not gold, because you'll automatically become a gold if you become bronze. And all bronze is helping 2 people achieve what I've just said. And that will give you 30 grand a year before you get out of bed. That's what we did in our first 12 months. Okay. We were gold in our first, within the first three to 4 months of joining the business, and we'd helped 2 people become gold 12 months later on. And we also qualified for a free trip to Arizona. We've also been to Sydney, etc. But that was our goal. It was focusing on helping other people achieve their goals. Okay, so personal and professional development. Very, very rarely does your income outstrip your knowledge. Okay, so most important step. Okay, we all have belief systems that have been created by years of programming. What do I mean by that? Well, it's said that a young child, before they go to school, age 4 or 5, will have heard the word no about 100,000 times. Because they're constantly being told no, 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 no. And it's what they're fed in is suddenly becomes their norm. If they're in a positive environment, then they're fortunate. I mean, I've sat in a person's house talking to an 18-year-old lad about the business, and his mum is sat there and she is saying words like, oh, he couldn't do that, he's not capable of doing this. What chance has the young lad got when his own parents believe he hasn't got the capability? We've got to overcome that programming, and the way we do that is by not listening to the news, not reading newspapers, but filling our minds with things that will help us grow. Okay? Formal education will make you a living. However, self-education will make you a fortune. I don't think there's a single entrepreneur out there that hasn't grown by self-educating. Look at it. It takes 6 years to become a teacher. That's 2 years of A-levels and 4 years at university. 10 years to be a doctor. 14 years to be a surgeon. These are all years people are putting in to get the benefits at the end of it. To become a pilot, you need a bachelor's degree in aircraft operations, aviation, aeronautical engineering, or related field. In addition, you have to complete up to 2 months of ground training and need more than 1,500 hours of flight experience. So people will devote a lot of effort with the aim of achieving something at the end. And there's no guarantee when they start on this path, they actually will get there. To be a clearance distributor, all you need is 20 quid. Internet access, a PC, a laptop, or a smartphone, and a few hours a week. And you can earn 50 quid a week easily. That didn't interest me, actually. We wanted 30 grand. So what if you did want to earn more than that £50 a week? This is when you need to learn more. You need to develop new skills. You need to become a coach and a leader, and we can help you do that. And so can the books and the training. You learn to encourage and support your team and understand their different personalities. When I worked for Wilkinson's Home and Garden Stores, I had a team of about 30, 40 people, and every single one responded in a different way. Different strokes for different folks. Some people needed an arm around them. Some people just needed to be told. You learn how people respond to different things. Just checking who's on. Okay. And then you need to find the reason why. Why are you doing this? What are you doing it for? Is it just a bit of extra cash, or is it something that you'd like to? For instance, Graham Moore, his sponsor, loved music, and he built recording studios in Germany. And he built his business to fund his recording studios in Germany, so he didn't have to go and do a job. In other words, he could do whatever he liked when money. We can do whatever you like in life when money isn't an issue. Yeah. The trouble is that most people get stuck in a rut where they have to go to work to find money to be able to live, and their dreams go on the back burner. Oops, wrong way. Okay, so why do I need to read and learn? You know, there are lots of reasons to keep learning. If you don't, the world is changing. Yeah. Basically, you know, it was always said that a computer that you buy today is out of date before you buy it. Yeah. It's the same with knowledge. It's always evolving. The internet's evolving. Life in general is evolving. If you'd have turned around to somebody 10 years ago and said to them about downloading music, they'd have looked at you and gone, what are you on about? Because there used to be record shops. Now record shops are coming back. People used to buy vinyl. Yeah, I've got a whole load of vinyl here, but people, things evolve. It fights boredom. It keeps your brain healthy. As some of you will know, Sharon has suffered from encephalitis, which is the infection of the fluid around the brain, and she's been told that she needs to do memory exercises, and she does that via reading, quizzes, etc. It can grow your career. You become more valuable. If you become more valuable to a company, they're more likely to promote you over somebody else. It's also positive behaviour for your kids, team members. When we had our first children, I used to read The Hobbit to my daughter when she was like 12 months old. She lay in the cot, and when I stopped reading, she'd stand up in her cot. It may not be taking it all in, but it basically, subconscious mind will take things in. And also it grew her up with the philosophy that reading is important. So now all our kids read, and all my grandkids read. Fights Alzheimer's. It's like the brain is a muscle. If you don't use it, it can go to mush. It helps you to keep in touch with the world. Find and increase your pleasure. I'm talking about, I'm not talking about the XXX sites and XXX books and stuff like that. I'm talking about other stuff. Okay? But open up your mind, because you only know what you know. You don't know what you don't know. This is the next stage. Okay. Whoops, back. So what's stopping you to get where you'll be? It could be lack of knowledge about the business, lack of coaching, lack of confidence, not having a system to follow, lack of goals, bad time management, low self-esteem. Lots of different reasons. And there's a book there to help you overcome that. So if you've got lack of knowledge, there's How to Create the Mindset of a Network Marketing Champion.
Oh, this one, yeah.
Network marketing for Facebook. Okay. Lack of coaching. The workbook's got everything you need. There's webinars, there's meetings, online courses, YouTube videos. You've got lack of confidence. Adele DeCasso is an executive distributor in the business. She wrote Shy People Can Be Successful Too. Susan Jeffers, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. If you've not got a system for it, 10 steps. The 10 steps is all I focus on now. I said to Roger earlier on today, in the past, we've taken a bit from here and a bit from there and a bit, and it causes confusion. Now we have a strict focus on one particular system. If you haven't got any goals, how do you set goals? 2 books here, How to Set Goals. Bad time management, procrastination. Eat That Frog, 7 Habits of Effective People. You'll see I've got a whole range of books behind me. Okay. Self-worth, creating self-esteem, how to love yourself. And I don't have that problem. I love myself because nobody else does. You could disagree with me, chaps.
How about Shannon? He didn't give me.
We will, Andy.
No, we don't want to
Not
upset our
Shannon.
workers.
Who said that?
Well, that.
Okay. You're not a reader? Listen. You know, there's CDs out there. I've got loads of CDs here. Yeah, Rob Forster, other stuff. There's
Yes,
YouTube.
please.
There's lots of stuff out there. It's not cost expensive either. You look on eBay or Amazon, you can pick up bargains for 10p, 50p, 99p. Okay. This is the core list that we recommend for our business. Okay. GoPro, Beach Money, 10 Steps Workbook, the 45-second presentation, which is what we're going to study on our coaching. I've got 2 books I've still got to get out, one out to Esther and one out to Elaine. But there's some free ones to download. The Law of Attraction, Personal Development Unleashed, Beach Money. Okay.
You can get
They're
a lot
free.
of attraction on a DVD as well.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Okay. There are 4 stages to learn. There are where you, how do I put this? Unconscious incompetence. What does that mean? It means that you get put in a job, you don't know how to do it, but you're not aware you don't know how to do it. Does that make sense? Conscious incompetence, it means you know that you are aware there are things you don't know. You study and then you go into conscious competency. You're aware that you're competent about things. The worst ones is when you have no consciousness about your competency. That's where, sorry, the best one is where it just becomes natural for you. And it's a little matrix. Okay. So, I don't know if you know, I've only got 4 minutes. I'm going to do this quite quickly about the magic of colours. There's 4 colours, and everybody falls into one of these categories. It's the magic of colours. Are you a fast-paced leader? Are you a party animal? Are you analytical? Are you all for love and peace, man? Okay. So personalities can be divided into colours. Each colour has a particular trait, and that helps you to understand and interact with others. If you know how to get the best out of a person, you'll see better results.
Yeah, big
It's helpful to know what type of person is. Sharon was saying what she was earlier. I'm not going to tell you, but it also allows us to recognise our own and others' likes and dislikes. So yellow person is caring, encouraging, sharing, patient and relaxed. A blue person is social, dynamic, demonstrative, enthusiastic and persuasive. Green is cautious, precise, deliberate, questioning, formal. Red is competitive, demanding, determined, strong-willed and purposeful. Okay. So a yellow personality is laid back, easy to get along with, social and relationship focused, but can come across as emotional, slower pace in their thinking, takes a bit of time about things, but very understanding. They can say yes, but mean no. So that's most, no, I'm going to say that. But they're good facilitators of conflicts. Yellows don't like pushy people or being put on the spot, feeling dominated, feeling rushed, abrupt people who make claims or demands, and insincere people. They can tell if you're insincere. So how do you interact with a yellow? You're friendly and show genuine interest in them. Chat before going into business to develop trust. Be informal and non-threatening, and be alert for non-verbal signs. Okay, a lot of this is available. There are books about this. The green personalities, deep thinkers. Now I am going to quickly go through these slides because I want to make sure they're all on the recording so you can actually watch them. Because I will upload the recording later on because I don't know if you want to get through them all. They can come across as being aloof, deliberate in their approach. They like things in their place. Sticklers for time. So you might have met people like this. They come across as perfectionists. They're more likely to go into have depression when things don't go their way. Okay. They don't like disorganization. They don't like lateness. You need to know that detail and be prepared to have questions thrown at you. You don't like exaggerations, and they don't like emotion. You interact with them with detail. You need to be factual, listen carefully what they have to say, allow time for response, and be formal in your approach. Reds, strong leaders. Often leaders, as they take their own ownership, need to be fast-paced in their thinking, take risks, personal, confident with it. And you'll have all these people in your business. They waffle, vague, time wasting. They don't like time wasting. They don't like being too personal. They like to stick to business. So Reds are natural leaders and like to feel like they're in control. They can be overpowering though. So you need to get in business quickly. We're less than a minute, so I'm going to quickly go through this. For those brand new on it, I have a fixed 40 minutes to do the training. Otherwise, I get cut off. So if I suddenly go, I've been cut off. So blue personalities. Blues don't like having their opinions suppressed. Okay. How do we interact? We social, chatter. Okay. So what are you? These are all here. What I might do is do this in more detail next week. Okay, so that's everything. I will be uploading everything. Now, I've only got a minute. I was trying to get less than a minute, so I'm going to get cut off in a sec. Any questions at all on that?
Yeah, Big Al has written a book about the 4 colors.
Yeah, there's 4 colours.